Hello everybody. Good evening. This is your live at 5-ish from Old Town Quilt Shop here in Orchid, California. We're going to give you some ways to get a hold of us in case you see something that you absolutely have to have, or if you want to sign up for something, one of the classes that we're going to show you. So here is our web address. You can shop with us all the time on our website. We have all of our fabric and notions and patterns on there, plus information about our classes. You can also give us a shout on email, or you can call us. And if you are here visiting, although I don't recommend it next week because it's going to be raining, you can come and visit us. This is our address and our hours of operation. These are current, so it's Mondays from 3 to 7 p.m., Tuesday through Friday 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays 10 to 4, and Sundays we are closed. Okay. So let's see what's going on. So rain, we're supposed to get rain again. So tomorrow, Thursday, you guys need to come and shop so you can stock up for the big rain we're going to have again this weekend as well as during all of next week. So come on in and say hi. Let's see. Next week, Mom is going to be holding down the fort because I am going on vacation to see my granddaughter. And that's why I have my lucky mama. I should say lucky grandmother. But, you know, come in and say hi to Mom. See how she's doing. Make sure she's doing all right. All right, well, let's show you some fabric today and a pattern. We'll do a review of classes, and I'm going to do a little demo. Woo, demo day. All right, let's get started. So first we have Fruit Cocktail from Moda Fabrics. Now this is Fig Tree. So it's, you know, the classic colors that Fig Tree does. It's like the buttery yellow and the, I don't know, kind of limey green and the pretty little pink. So it's the sweet little florals. So we have it on white with, I think they're orangish red dots. And then we have that same color with a yellow background, but then we also have the lime green with the larger white flower on these. And again, these are kind of the classic Fig Tree colors and look. So if you have a collection of Fig Tree and you just want to add a little something, then, you know, usually they'll just kind of work right in. That's what's nice about some of these designers, is that you can mix their collections because the colors and the styles are all pretty much the same. But again, this one is called Fruit Cocktail from Moda Fabrics, and it's Fig Tree. Okay, and because we cannot go a single week without a dot, it's just impossible for us. This is the final installment of the Dapple Dots. So we now have all 30 Dapple Dot bolts here in the shop. And this month's collection has a lot of white and creams in it. They go by the alphabet, and so I don't know how this works, but that's how it is. But we have a couple of pinks in here. We have a red and a gray, and then all the rest are white. So we have this pink with the white dot. We have a white with a red dot, and the reverse, a red with a white dot. And then we have a white on white, and we have a gray with white. And then over here we have white with black. We have sort of a darker pink with white. And this one is my absolute personal favorite. It is white with multicolors. It does have kind of larger navy blue on there, but you also have pink and orange and yellow and red and green and gray. And of course, they're all, you know, same as all the Dapple Dots. They're all different sizes and all scattered around. So this would make a fabulous background. I can't wait to use that one. And then we have a yellow with a white dot. And then we have a tone-on-tone cream. My brain's not here today. Cream with a slightly off white dot on it. So, which you can't hardly see on there because our shadow is blocking everything. Woo, shadow puppets. Okay, so that is Dapple Dot by Riley Blake, and they're $12.55 a yard. So that completes all of our Dapple Dot collection. Okay, and then a new pattern today. It's called Fit for a King, and it's very small. It's 40 by 40, but you could easily enlarge this. This is by Blue Bear Quilts, and it takes, you know, yardage. But it doesn't seem like it's too difficult to do. It is traditionally pieced. It is not paper pieced, so but we can check that out and see how it looks. I like it, but again, it'd probably be very easy to just enlarge, just add some more rows if you wanted it to be more of a lap size type quilt. Okay, that's it for new. We're going to do a reminder of classes. So we have the Snippets Block of the Month class that is starting later this month on the 23rd. So you can purchase the kit. It includes all the fabric and the pattern, and then we have the optional classes if you might want some assistance in making it. And then we have next month in April, Layer Cake Lattice. And that's a Saturday class, and that's what this one looks like. That's Saturday, April 15th at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's $35, and then you have to, of course, purchase the pattern and then supplies. But this one, as it says, uses a layer cake. You could also use charm packs, 5-inch squares, but you'd have to have quite a few of them. But very easy. They have a small throw, a large throw, and a twin size. So we will have the sample top at least next week. Okay, and then also we have In Control. This is a by Annie pattern. So that's this one. This is going to be a 2-day class. It's a Saturday and Sunday, May 20th and 21st. The class is $65, and of course the pattern, and then all of the supplies. Pattern is on shortly. We will have them, very soon. But you can still sign up for the class if you want to know, what you need for it. I'd be happy to let you know, things to purchase, the fabric and the hardware and everything. But we'll have these in plenty of time for that. We should have them in like 2 weeks, week and a half. Okay, that's it for classes. And we are not doing the beginning class starting next week. We are going to try and figure out like an evening class. So just in case you were waiting until the last second to sign up for the beginning class, or we're trying to get someone to sign up for it, we did cancel it, but we are, trying to figure out how we can fit an evening class in there. So maybe if that works better for you, an evening class, look for that in our on our website, or, give us a call or send us an email saying that you'd like some information about that once we get that going. Okay, I want to do a demo for you guys because I hear often, I don't like triangles, I don't like bias edges, or I don't know how to do that, I don't know how to use this ruler, do I even have this ruler? I just want to show you that it really is very easy to do, to cut the triangles, to use, it's a 60-degree triangle ruler. You can also cut with just a regular ruler that has a 60-degree line, but I'm going to show you the triangle ruler, and to sew them together. It's very, very simple, and you just need to remember one little thing: cut the tip off. If you cut the tip off of at least one, preferably the top, you will have no problem lining them up, and it will just be a breeze to sew together. So come on over and we'll do a little demo. We haven't done a demo in forever. We're kind of rusty on this. So I am making, or have made, this pattern called Tankini. I am getting them into the shop. A lot of times we just like to make one, we get one pattern, we kind of try it out. We have done Atkinson's design before, but I just wanted to kind of see, if it was worth it to get it. It is. It's very simple, very easy to make. You can literally do this runner in a morning, start to finish, picking your fabrics, cutting them out, sewing them together, quilting it, binding it, if you bind by machine. It's very simple to do. So it comes in 3 different sizes. The mini is 8 by 18, a small is 10.5 by 23, and the large is 14.5 by 33. So I did the small, which is 10.5 by 23. So this is the actual finished size. It is not very big. You can see by my hand that it is not big. I have the coffee one that I put together this afternoon in probably like half an hour. Doesn't take very long. But you can see that I have triangles together, and then I've got some edges here. Don't be afraid of this. Even my beginner people, don't be put off by the fact that it's triangles. I can't do that. You can. It's very, very simple. So that's what I'm going to show you. Creative Grid 60-degree equilateral triangle. This is the 8.5 size. There's also the 12 size, the 12-inch size. But I find this one to be handy and easy to use. You could also use a ruler that has a 60-degree line on it, but I prefer to use the triangle. I think it's just a little bit more accurate and just easier. So we're going to go ahead and cut. So I'm going to show you first on a straight edge because that's more likely what you're going to have rather than the rest of it. So I'm just cutting 2 here at the same time, which you can easily do. So you just take your strip of whatever size, and you're going to line up the bottom on whatever it happens to be. This happens to be a 3-inch strip. And you will notice that this particular ruler has a blunt tip. It's missing the top 1/4 inch of the point. That's good. Not all of the triangle rulers out there have this blunt tip. but this is actually a nice feature because it automatically gives you that 1/4 inch. Sometimes you want it and sometimes you don't, but in this case you do, and it's a really nice feature. So that blunt tip should be right at the top of your fabric, and then the 3-inch line is right here on the bottom, and we're going to go ahead and cut this. Now, I'm going to show you the wrong way because that's just what's easiest, although you have to be...
You need to give you more room.
You need to give me more room. Never cut towards you. It's really just that first cut that you have to do that. So I've got my triangle, and then I'm going to flip it over, except I don't have enough room. So now I'm going to show you on the longer strip. But see how easy that is? You just follow the ruler. So I've already cut something off of this strip, so I'm going to make another cut, line it up on the very bottom, and that blunt tip is on there. I know, we haven't done a demo, we're out of practice. Okay, so we cut that first triangle off, and now I'm going to rotate my ruler. So instead of flipping my strip around, I'm just going to turn my ruler around. And so now I'm cutting upside down. So keep in mind, if you have directional fabric, you're going to have things that go, you know, both ways. And then you just make that next cut. Turn it back around, and you just keep going. So now to sew them together, they're going to go, you know, like this, blunt tip up and blunt tip down. You could do it this way, but what this gives you now is you have a straight edge here. It's a straight of grain edge as opposed to a bias edge. I've starched these so they don't pull as much. Starch, starch, starch is your friend. So now to put these together, I'm just going to flip this right on top, and I'm going to line this guy right up there and right up there, and my triangles match. They're perfect, except when I pick them up. Then I move them. Okay, and so then we're going to come over here to the sewing machine and sew them together. I haven't done standing sewing in a while, and again, we haven't done a demo in a while. So here we go. Just going to sew those together. And then they will be perfectly aligned and ready for the next triangle to go on. Now, you can either, should have brought scissors, press this to one side, or you can press it open. It kind of depends on preference, and it kind of depends on the pattern. If you press them open, it reduces the bulk. If you press them to the side, it's easier to match them up if you're sewing them to other triangles. But that's that. And then if I wanted to sew another one on, I can just carry on. And again, I just match up, line up those sides there, and it's perfectly on there, and I'll sew another one on. So don't be intimidated by triangles. Everyone says, oh, you know, bias edges, bias edges. Yes, there are lots of things that have bias edges, but your friend is Best Press, or you can use fabric starch. I use kind of a combination of both. I'll starch my fabric before I even cut anything, whether you wash or you don't wash ahead of time. I don't wash. So I just starch it before I even make my first cut on it. And then sometimes as I go, I will use Best Press just to give it a little bit more oomph. I kind of like my things to stand up all on their own. And so there we go. And then what you have is a nice 1/4 inch point here, so that when you go to match it up, you've got that 1/4 inch already built in. And it's just lovely. Okay, so that is the 60-degree triangle. Very easy to use. Again, we have the 8-inch and we have the 12-inch finished. It's what you would use to make this tankini pattern, which we will get. If you are interested in the pattern, you can send us an email. You can, you know, message us on Facebook or comment on Facebook. But we will be getting it in. Just be patient with us. But this is what it makes. This size, you just need 3 fat quarters, and 3 fat quarters does your entire top, back, and binding, which is pretty darn awesome. So surely you have 3 matching fat quarters laying around that you can use. Okay, any questions on our little demo? Nope, you're all fabulous. You're all pros at doing triangles now. So you'll have no problem doing the tankini pattern later once we get it all in stock. Okay, so like I said, I'm out of town next week, going to see my granddaughter, so we're hoping to have a very special video next week. Whether or not you get a newsletter, we'll see. I have to do a little instructional thing today. But it'll all work out just fine, and I know you guys are going to be perfectly happy with Mom here. So, alrighty, well, if there's no other questions, then I guess we will see you next week. Have a great night.